Hey.
All right. What we got
All
going
right. So, well, speak more plainly here. You don't like smoking in here, do you?
I do not.
All right. Let me put this out. Just look at this. All right. Call Bobby in a bit. All right. Real quick, I wanted to keep that announcement rather vague. Well, Opal, go ahead. Phil Turner in a little bit as to some of the dumb shit that happened last night. Wasn't the end of the world, but it kind of touched on. Well, I'll just say it. It definitely seemed as though there was some. We had a terrorist situation yesterday. Pretty serious. We handled it pretty seriously. We may have had some cops sort of just treating it like it's a fucking joke. I will say that it's probably not the worst that I've seen it. I still think the Hydra situation from like nearly a year ago it probably takes the cake. But I wanted to at least provide my stance in the best way I could without releasing sensitive information up on the stage up there, is that, if tomorrow y'all are getting hunted down or with like some faceless shit or pestilence or like, I don't know, the fucking Russians invade, that, I don't want to see y'all's hard work go to shit, but your hard work aside, I don't want to see these problems endanger everybody else because a couple people want to ha he he or protect their criminal friends, right?
Okay, so what happened? I'm not filled in briefed at all on this, so.
Drum roll, Opal, Sergeant, terrorist response team, leader.
Terrorist response team.
Yep, TRT, the terror. Wait, no, that's one too many T's. TRT, terrorist response team.
Right? You okay there, Opal?
Oh yeah, just stretching. Had a long night. Stopping.
All right, well, while you
terrorist
stretch, can you give me a
incursions.
rundown as to what happened yesterday?
Oh yes, sir. So basically, we received credible threats against the Mirror Park Dam and the mayor. Apparently, the League of Evil want to replace him with a French dude. I don't know what that one is about. But so basically, there was multiple bomb threats. We responded accordingly and eventually ended up pursuing some people. And mid-pursuit, some command members from BCSL thought it wise to twat out, "Guys, terrorism is bad." Which I think could compromise everyone's safety on that thing.
Who did?
Because Helen.
Okay.
She also, I don't even remember what it was. I just remember she questioned. So I was running the thing.
I can tell you.
Set up the plan. She questioned me on what we were doing. I don't remember what it was. I just remember her questioning me.
I can say it. So I did request one of the few times to get on the radio. So I was. Man,
Whoa! No violent.
Yeah. Massive fucking spider right there.
Don't make me step in.
Thank you.
So, and I apologize. I didn't sleep much last night. I don't know if you mentioned this already, Opal. So I received the phone call, from who we suspected to be Yuri, again, with his evil whatever. I was going to get kidnapped, allegedly, and a bomb was going to be put on the dam, right? It was going to get rescheduled, whatever, the shit. Frodo contacts me. He got information from, like, Rusty. I told Frodo, get in contact with Opal, because I also told Peters this. They both kind of didn't want to do it. I demanded it. I think it's just fundamentally, whether it's law enforcement or whatever, if it's someone's shit, they are the ones that should at least be reached out to first because they have the latest information. They know how to handle it. Whatever. Opal comes through. Fantastic. It's a fantastic plan together. They're working and cooking on this shit for God knows how long. 2 hours? Who knows? Plans in place. These guys are coming in with a handoff, right? Ventura and Helen join in. Nothing wrong with that, right? But Helen's dumb fuck ass starts like memeing about the plan and asking a bunch of questions and effectively undermining the plan right off the get. Quite frankly, she shouldn't. Regardless of what a fucking rank is, it should be blatantly obvious just from being a fucking adult. You should probably shut the fuck up and follow through instead of undermining everything. Because quite frankly, Yuri, while he's dangerous, he's not exactly the brightest guy, right? You swap him with somebody else, that could have completely jeopardized everything. Now, do I hold Helen specifically at fault with this? I'm gonna be honest, she just has the same behavior as a bunch of other dumb fucks that would do the very same thing, right? But it did draw up some concerns. So there you go. Opal, yeah, that's what happened. She was like, oh, wait, aren't they gonna take the money? Oh, that's crazy. They're just gonna, is it fake? Is it this or that? Like, pretty much in that moment, very clearly, sarcastically saying effectively this plan is dog shit while being on the radio for like 5 minutes. I don't even think she was in the briefing room, if I'm gonna be honest.
No, I don't think she was. I remember that. She was like, are we actually gonna give them the 5 million? Like, no. Very clearly, obviously not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she spoken to at all? Was anything mentioned to her or talked to her about?
No, we were wrapped up in interrogation for a good long while after, and I was pretty tired by the end of it. I was gonna speak to Bruce today, Collins, since he's a lieutenant.
Okay.
There was also, after Yuri was captured, fucking Ember, who is believed to be the supplier, right, or was was intricately involved. She was never caught, and Helen started twatting some shit about terrorism and started asking folks, hey, is she getting a warrant? Da, 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 da. It was very odd line of questioning. I believe there was suspicion of like she's dumb enough to probably tell Ember what's going on, right? Despite this actively being investigated. It was in the midst of the interrogation, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, she texted me mid-interrogation. Ember Quinn wondering if she's gonna get a terrorism warrant for the damn stuff, by the way.
So there's
I feel like that's pretty clear that we wouldn't answer that question, whether she gets one or not.
Yeah.
And even if she were to get one that is part of an active investigation as a sergeant, you should know that that is not information that we disclose to the people involved.
Absolutely not.
There is also I think Omar wanted to have bring it up to McNulty. I advised he's got to, no matter how angry he is, he needs to go through Opal in the proper channels, because otherwise it's not going to be conveyed properly, right?
Okay.
But
let's have you go to Bruce, like you said. I think that's a good idea. If you'd like, I could be there, or you can handle it yourself. If there's issues or it doesn't get addressed, then I could get involved if you want. There, Opal.
Yep, that sounds good to me. I'll hand that.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see what kind of reaction we get. We'll go from there.
I learned as a consequence of yesterday, Opal was unable to fully. She was effectively had her hands tied behind her back. Why? I only just learned that you do not have access to any surveillance equipment. And that to me is rather concerning. I was previously given the impression that officers do have access to it via the marshals. So I don't know where that communication's fallen. It would not surprise me if Blaine County detectives might, and y'all don't. But someone definitely has access.
So The way it works is if we have permission to use this, like through investigative warrants or whatever, we can reach out to the marshals and they will supply us with cameras and or drones. I personally have a locker full of cameras still left over from an old investigation that I just keep going back to. But if there's no marshals around, I cannot utilize the drone because I am not allowed to keep one.
It was explained to me that y'all have deeper access to it. But this is a conversation from like 3 months ago. So it may have been reneged, or there may be some people that were given the impression, but that wasn't disseminated out. You know what I mean?
Just to get ahead of it, I've made a request from our supplier as well to get access to them. So
fantastic.
That's already been made about a week ago, which they haven't replied to, but you know, the request has been put in.
I do need to speak to Barrett on other matters, so I may ask him to if there's like a middle ground. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's always been willing to allow us to use them for the right reason. I mean, I've needed a drone for 2 different situations. He's got them to me right away. Thankfully, he was around during that time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there could possibly be an agreement made where LSPD, detectives, TRT, or whatever has, you know, you get this sign off, right? It could be a simple SOP. You know, you get this, you know, surveillance warrant. You can go in there, you log what you take, and that's it. Without, in other words, maybe a way to have access without a marshal.
Yeah, I don't think we even have keys for that place. So
no, they would have to give us keys.
It's a whole different set.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is why we don't have access to the armored car or the APCs. Even though we have APC shirted people, even if we do reach out to the marshals, you know, any which way we can, and they're like, yeah, you can use the APCs.
That APCs
unless they're around, we can't get them out.
Transparently, that APC stuff needs to be revisited because, you know, how do I?
Relevant threats.
Well, I want, yes, there was APC training around the same time, you know, the hospital was shot at. I will bring up the APC thing as well. I think y'all having access to it isn't the end of the world, but I requested guidelines to it like 8 months ago now.
So just for clarity, I just want to put it out there.
Yeah,
I was offered myself access to it. I said I don't want access. It should be marshals. That's when they were active. And they're around every day. They're here nonstop. Do I believe there are cases where we could utilize it? I mean, there'd have to be obviously clear SOPs on it. And again, I don't think equipment like that really should be for PD. But if we're gonna have to deal with things that
they are, all VODs are deleted now because of Twitch.
And the marshals are
they're in the process of being uploaded to a backup channel on YouTube. Yeah, for me, it's that it needs to make sense, right?
Right.
Obviously, if the Russians invaded, should we be able to fight them? Yes, right. But and it'd be great, right? But it's that we need to, the government collectively needs to agree on what it looks like when it happens. Otherwise, the wrong people are off duty and some dumb fuck pulls out an APC and now it's a shit show, right?
Right, and that's why I said, frankly, with marshals being active, at least when I spoke to Barrett, you know, there's almost always a couple marshals around at that time. At least. I said no, I don't want. I don't think we should have that on us. I think marshals should be able to activate that when they need to, and that's marshals, right? So,
the previous SOPs that, by the way, have not been published, were allowing APCs to come out when gangs were mad. And they fucking pulled that shit out under the guise of training. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna. You know,
they pulled APCs for the one prison break ones. I got blamed for it because I led the prison transport. Marshals and justices decided to deploy APCs and shoot them at people.
Yep. Oh, trust me, I've ripped them a new asshole.
I got blamed for it.
Well, it wasn't marshals. It was Arcadia, Weiss.
It was Arcadia and. Yeah, Weiss. He was director at the time, I think, right?
Yeah. In fact, they blamed each other, and then I found out the truth. Like Arcadia told me it was Weiss. Weiss said it was Arcadia, and it turns out they were both fucking doing it. They're fucking firing shells at the tower.
Yeah, that's
like hello.
Louis Blanco
If it's a
got
prison
blown up in
break,
that,
why would you send the
tower.
shell at the wall? Like what? Like hello.
Yeah, I still get blamed for that. Like every time Raul sees me, he goes hiding, crying, "Don't call in the tanks, Elpo." I didn't even know they were being deployed.
Oh
Like it was my thing, and I was not told. And I've like civilians thinking I deployed tanks on people.
Yeah.
I don't think that sort of thing is going to happen again. Like I will say that like folks like Barrett and Dark have their heads screwed on a lot better. Okay, cool. This is good. I think that's I think we're at a good spot then. You've requested it. I will chat with Barrett today because I got to chat to him about Bruce the Skamaz Baylor. And so I'll see if I can convince him for. I'll even call you Turner. Like maybe we'll bring up the idea of like maybe one or two of you guys at least have direct access to it.
Okay, and like I said, he's offered it before, so I don't think that would be too much of an issue. We need to establish a very, very clear rule set for him.
Agreed. Yeah.
Very much so. I don't want to show or have it be just myself, but I really
I get it. You don't want someone to. It's very easy nowadays, and this goes across everything right now. I realized earlier today that I am like customer support for San Andreas, and a lot of my calls are how do I wipe my own ass. So it doesn't matter if it's like law enforcement, civilian, whatever. People are doing some of the craziest shit, even though it doesn't even pass the basic like intelligence test. And with that said, like, someone ignorantly, foolishly, whatever, slapping up a surveillance camera in the wrong place on private property could turn into a massive shit show for everybody.
I honestly, you know what I wish? I really do wish the guy who works the armory had a kind of tier system to him where he only sold to certain ranks or certain.
That's crazy. I wonder how many members of high command have demanded that very thing for the generations.
I feel like I might have a year ago or something. Yeah.
Maybe the last 10, 15 years.
I wonder. Yeah, maybe one day.
I mean, it'd kind of be tiered if it was at the marshal's office, right?
Yeah. I don't know how that will work because you need to sign in as a marshal right now to get user access cards.
Oh, yeah.
Our access cards don't work there. They have separate access cards.
I mean, you could always just grab your special one from the marshal's office, swipe it, grab your shit, and then, swap, but anyways.
Yeah, we'd, I mean, there's definitely, things that would make it work. So, but,
okay, cool.
Cross that bridge when we get there, I guess.
Easy. I have, in regards to the parts, like we are going full blown, getting deals and stuff established. I have heard that stage 5 parts and slicks are now a lot more difficult to get as a consequence of the new way that parts work, right? So in other words, very similar to what you were telling me earlier, everyone's going for stage 5s and treating everything under that as sort of like a repair kit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So demand is through the roof. However, we are all on it to make it work. Once again, just to underline here, for us to start fulfilling your orders in light of this and changes, it's probably going to take a couple weeks before we're like ahead of everything, right? So if you do purchase things, just, let me know. But we're going, we're doing our best. In fact, transparently, we're overpaying too to get you guys what you need. And but you'll still be getting it for like a reduced cost.
Do you know if something's rusted all the way through, Like completely just
No
unusable,
idea.
right? Is it fixable?
Yes, you can. Yes.
You can fix it. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. Okay.
Yeah. Easy. Why is BCSO
WD-40.
putting stuff in this report?
I don't believe they did they?
Alice Watson, 519, stage 5 brake, stage 5 clutch plate. She probably doesn't realize. Oh, but it says Alice. Oh, wait. What if she wants to transfer?
Where do you, oh.
Oh, shit. Maybe she wants to come over.
I mean, I'd gladly have her over here. But,
You want me to go poach her?
yes.
Hey, Alice, darling. You know it's my birthday today, right? Yeah, and I only have one wish, and you're the only one that can make it come true. I want you to transfer to the LSPD. That's my only wish for my birthday.
We have a full set of stage 5s and 6s as a hiring bonus for her.
We have a full set of stage 5s and a set of 6s as a hiring bonus for you. Alice, darling, you are worth everything to us. And you can make my day by transferring right now. We have aspirin over here. Yeah, for your headache. Could be like a birthday gift from me to you for you to give me the transfer. What is my hiring bonus? Oh, fuck. Not even stripes? Oh.
To be fair,
Okay, well, I'll think about it.
she
Thank you so much,
does
Alice.
fit BCSO in terms of like her character, right?
Thank you so
You know,
much.
accent and all that.
Well, it can only be the best day ever if you transfer it to the LSPD. Oh, okay. Thank you. Perfect. Sounds good. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm. The one about the class 2s? Oh, a command report. What, the tasing?
Anything else you guys need from me? Otherwise, I'm gonna get out of here.
Nope, no, we're good.
Right.
I'm
Easy.
We'll have more parts put on there here soon, but as many stage 5s and 6 and semi 6 as you can get.
Oh, we are going full dick.
Yeah, I'm talking like 50 sets.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I'll put in like a note.
We'll
like,
detail it, but
beautiful.
just in general, you know.
Anything that gives us runway and trajectory projection type stuff would be 10 out of 10.
No.
You know what I mean?
Okay, sounds good. I mean, we'll have a detailed list here by Wednesday, I'd say.
Love it.
Tuesday,
And
Wednesday.
if you guys get desperate, please go through Miguel. Look, we're even thinking about getting like an authorized dealer thing. You know what I mean? Kind of like Mopec for parts.
Yeah.
I'd say for now, Miguel, Susie Carmichael, and Dildo.
Okay. Sounds
And that list will expand. I'm just sussing it out to make sure they're not like, scam artists.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, easy.
Sounds good. Thank you, Nino.
Appreciate it, Tony.